just so we get a good audio level on you, we're going to have you say and then spell your name and then where you're from.
Okay. My name is Ernie Hansen. ERNIEHANSEN.
We'll have to maybe put the napkin on because that microphone's going to pick
Okay.
that up. Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it one more time. Oh, that's fine. We're good. Oh, he got, okay. You got the spellings and everything? It was clear? We're rolling. Okay.
I'm from the Red River Valley Rancheria, little band of Indian Pomos, Pomo Indians.
When termination happened, most people cannot relate to a government act that would say you no longer exist. How do you tell your children about that?
To tell my children about.
How do you explain it to somebody? That there was a governmental act
Yes.
that said you no longer exist.
Mm-hmm. What was it, 69 or something like that? Or 59?
Actually, it was
58, yeah. 58, yeah. I was just a, 58, I was maybe 16 years old then. So, as far as talking to my mom, and all that, it was, she didn't want to do it, first of all, because she didn't know if she could pay the taxes. There was 10 of us in our family, and it's hard to pay the taxes for her. But to tell my kids about it, I don't know if it's a good way or a bad way, Nowadays, because I own my own home now, which is on a reservation, and nowadays we probably could pay the taxes, but the days when they terminated us, the government knew. They were always been, for years and years, trying to destroy us or make us go away, banish us, and that was one way of their way, I think, they knew, the government knew that, say, 80% of the natives could never pay their taxes and always would lose their homes and lose their, and maybe just disappear, But my mom was one of the stronger ones, and she survived, and she paid her taxes for what was it, 3 years or so, or something like that. Then they was terminated again. So it probably was, I don't know, it's a lesson to us, lesson to the natives to I don't know if we could have not made that happen, but it did happen. But it killed a lot of us, and sent a lot of us away, more and more all the time.
When Kelly Hardwick restored federal recognition, how did the Rancheria change?
The Rancheria changed. Well, when we went unterminated, it made our places smaller, because there was I think 16 lots, and when we were again terminated, I think there was 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 people that survived. So it was just a small place, It was small then. We didn't get to have all the places that when I was a kid go down and run through the brush and everything, just growing up. Picking the acorns, picking the acorns and even cutting the wood, we always cut our wood because we needed wood, to survive, to keep the heat up and all that. But that was probably the toughest thing we did, just trying to survive and to my mom, I guess it was gratification because, she didn't have to pay the taxes no more and she knew that was good, Good to be Indian again, I guess.
How, for your language, can you tell us what language family that you spoke, your mom spoke, or your grandmother or grandfather?
Well, that was one thing about basically they're the same, but my mom was from Hopland, and my dad was from Lake County, way by the coast, and not by the coast, but by the lakes, and their dialogue was a little different, you know. So they didn't speak their language that much, you know. Just my dad and his sister, who stayed above us, they spoke their language, and my mom and her sister, who stayed in Ukiah, they spoke their language together whenever they met, you know. So we were northern Pomo, yeah.
And now less than 50% of the language is still alive?
Yeah, right. We're trying to survive it, you know, keep it going, but it's hard, you know, it's hard. Because when I grew up, you know, I was like, we had to work, we had to cut our own wood, we had to carry our own water. We had to do everything. We was busy, you know, most time. And there was no time for education, you know, and I was not educated, you know, really not educated. And when I was in schools, I just was at the bottom all the time, you know, because and the teachers didn't work with you like they do today, you know. So my education was bad, you know.
Do you think there's more hope now for this new generation? If I'm thinking about your learning center that you have at the res. Are there more opportunities maybe?
Oh yeah, we have, this year we have more graduating from high school than we ever did, you know, because every year it gets greater too, you know, greater percentage, because we have the learning center, we have computers, and we have a lot of things that I wasn't blessed to have with, you know, and it's just great to be moving on to bring back our native culture back down, like the dancing that we just did, you know. When we first started, there was 2, 3. Now we're probably the biggest group around, you know, around here anyway. I mean, there's so many little kids that they just want to do it, and it's just amazing, you know. It just blows me away. But I'm so proud, you know. It's so good to see all the little kids out there dancing.
You see them just come alive.
Yes.
Looks on their faces. So, without being able to share and gaining revenue, what would the rancheria be financially?
Well, it would depend on all the grants, you know, all the grants that we were promised, you know, when we signed when the treaties and all that. Now they're like, we would never survive probably without them, but slowly but surely they're taking one at a time away or cutting them back, you know, and down the road there probably will be no more, you know what I mean? The things that we were promised, and we were promised a lot, and it's down to so little now that we will survive, I think. I know Chief Joseph said, you know, we'll fight no more, you know, because these people was, you know, getting slaughtered, getting killed, you know. But I think he meant physical fighting, you know. But I say, you know, the day we quit fighting for what was promised to us, all the treaties, you know, all the promised, the medical and everything, you know, and they're just, the day we quit fighting for that, it says probably the day we'll die, probably the day we'll disappear. But I hope we never, you know, hope we always have strong leaders. We need stronger leaders. I know, like Russell Means, I know there's 3 or 4 of them, you know. They went about it the wrong way of fighting, you know, of being a leader, the physical way, you know, and doing that. I know they did it wrong, but we need someone, you know, to really back us up, like Martin Luther King, you know, or someone like that, you know. We need someone like that to show us the way, never give up.
There's a possibility he might be going through your learning center today, or she.
Pardon?
There's a possibility that next leader might be going through.
Yes. I believe that. I believe somewhere down the line, there's someone there. And if we keep our tradition up, well, yeah, I hope, you know.
And you realize that the interview you just did was for broadcast.
Yeah.
And you're not a compensated or professional actor.
Uh-huh.
That's a
Yeah, that's good.